Hi everyone, my name is Jason, and this is Farida, the CEO of Mirai, and I'll be hosting for today. Welcome to the very first episode of the M Talk series, where we'll be discussing school experiences and student lifestyle. Today we have Jessica on the line here, who will be giving us an insight on her student life. So Jessica, what school do you go to, and what grade are you in?
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm from Harold and Bradley, and I'm in grade 10.
Great.
Oh,
I'm
that's great.
from yeah, I'm from Riverdale Collegiate Institute, and I'm in grade 11.
So, Jessica, tell us a bit about your experience as a student. So we know that things have changed in recent times, and we just want to know, like, how are things going in your day-to-day life right now?
Yeah, so I am actually doing online school. I have two classes. Our classes are split into quadmesters, and so far it's going great. I just attend classes in the morning, and I do asynchronous periods, and in that time I just finish up homework, and yeah, that's basically my whole day summed up.
That's pretty interesting, actually. So it seems like your schedule is pretty simpler than it was before like online classes started, when you had like a lot of other clubs going on and everything. Would you say
Yeah,
this is the
that's
case?
one factor. Yes, that would truly be the case because I feel before we had a lot on our hands. We would go to clubs after school meetings before COVID, and now it's just more like online, virtually. More of our clubs are shifted online to suit everyone's learning style. We also just work on our computer on like every single day, just trying to get our work done. That's basically kind of it. Nothing extra like before in the before COVID.
That's great.
Great. So, tell me a bit about your plans for post-secondary.
So for post-secondary, I actually have nothing really in mind yet since I want to learn a little bit more of everything. I want to gain knowledge about every different aspect of fields. That's why I'm trying out for a lot of different things. I've tried some journalism. I've tried some like engineering stuff. I don't know. I want to be like an all-rounder. So I'm not sure if I have a set plan, but I'm working towards that.
Great. Yeah, I don't have a set plan either. That's why I applied as a marketing uh, internship for Murai, and that's why I'm here hosting a podcast today. Hopefully, I can find what I want to do in the future.
Hmm.
That's
That's yeah, so for both of you actually, I'm curious, what are your favorite subjects and why? Like what are your passions in school right now?
So,
I
my
would
favorite. Okay, you can go first.
I would say I enjoy chemistry. I don't know. I just love doing chemical equation problems and finding like I don't know. I love chemistry, and math as well because of course there is math involved in science as well, and some science involved in math. So they both are like interchangeable. So I love both of those subjects the most.
For me, I guess I love business the most because I just have this connection where, like, when I was younger, I've always been really good at marketing, like selling stuff on Kijiji and stuff. And that's when I got the hobby of business, and that's why I enjoy it.
That's actually really good to hear on both your parts. It's interesting how different students find different subjects, I guess, and also see how they kind of relate to them in their everyday lives. So it's quite interesting hearing both of you talk about it like that.
So, what is your biggest struggle this year at school?
I would just say procrastination is the biggest my biggest trouble. I feel when I was in school, we had four classes, and I felt that I was more proactive in those classes. I would finish all my homework before the due date, and now as I'm online, I feel like some of this stuff is optional. But again, when I have the deadline closer, I feel the urge to finish it. But again, I need to work on procrastination and stopping procrastination because it's not a good skill to have. Um, I feel that maybe it's just because of the workload that we're getting. I don't like because we're sitting in front of the computer for 2 hours. And then after that, we have to do all our work online as well. So I get a little, it gets a little tiring.
Well, for me, it's actually in person. So I have to go to school for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Like, that is longer than a university lecture. Can't you believe that? I have to sit there with my mask on, listen to my teacher for a long period of time. So I also procrastinate as well.
Wow, that's actually quite interesting. I think things have really changed nowadays because of the whole coronavirus situation. So, what do you think is one thing your school needs to improve on?
Um, I feel like my school is pretty good at maintaining the same environment online as well. However, one thing I feel like this is going for all schools, as I've reached out to my friends and they said the same thing. I feel like because the semesters and the classes are shortened, there is a lot of workload on our like shoulders. We don't have a lot of time, and we have to finish 3 to 4 assignments in a week, which is a little stressful. And like me as a procrastinator, it gets more stressful at the end. So I'm trying to be more proactive and get to work earlier, like start doing my homework, my assignments earlier than the due date.
I agree. Actually, even as university students, we're kind of facing the same problems. A lot of the workload has like tripled since online classes start, and it's kind of harder to get a grip on most of these tasks. But I'm glad to hear that you're pretty much taking it head on.
Yes.
Are you in any extracurricular programs at school, like right now or before the pandemic?
Yeah, so I participated in DECA last year and this year. Last year, I actually made it to provincials, and I got to go to the Sheridan Hotel in downtown Toronto, which was a great experience. However, this year, due to circumstances, we are having a online virtual ceremony. So this is the ceremony is this Sunday. So I'm hoping I get into the top 20s. So I DECA is also business and marketing, so I'm actually interested in that subject of field as well. I've tried out in many different clubs in our school this year and like last year as well. So I'm in the spoken word club where I get the chance to present like a written piece or poetry. I'm also in the human impact team last year. There we used to spread awareness of the environment issues in our school. There's also a newspaper club. Um, I've participated in that. Even though I haven't given a submission, I'm looking forward to give a new submission for the next edition of our newspaper. Science Club is my favorite out of all the clubs because we get to do fun experiments. Last year, we got to make like a rocket and make it fly into the yard. We also got to dissect a frog. Um, After COVID, we had this online virtual Jeopardy game. It was pretty fun as well. We also have a hack club that I'm part of. Actually wanted to learn a little bit of coding as well. And last but not least, there is a reconciliation club in which we spread awareness of Indigenous issues.
Whoa, I am blown away with how many things you're involved in. That is honestly something I'm pretty sure my parents want me to be involved in if I was in high school. That is impressive. I'm actually quite blown away at this point. It makes me curious. What does your actual daily life look like if you're involved in so many different things?
Yeah, so again, time management, and I'm still improving on that skill. So I just try to join as many meetings as I can. And if I can't, I try to follow up with the supervisors or teachers that are hosting the meetings and trying to learn what they were talking about. And again, with that, these are some clubs that I do because I'm passionate about these subjects like fields, like journalism, like newspaper club, and science. So these are some clubs that I actually want to do. So that's why I give out time for these clubs as well.
Hmm. Wow. I think there's a lot to be said about your work ethics.
You are a very
Thank
busy
you.
person. I'm impressed. If you could change
Thank you so much.
the typical school system, what would you change?
Um, so COVID has definitely changed everything, but all in all, the teachers in my school are very hardworking, and they want us to succeed as always. If there was one thing I would change in the school system, it would be the I feel like the everyone says this, it's a little cringy again, I guess, but the test, even though I personally like love doing tests, especially math and science tests, I feel like sometimes it doesn't define who we really are, or it doesn't define our worth. I feel like it's just a mark, and sometimes I stress over that mark too much, so it makes me wonder if I'm really good enough. But then, I get back again and I say I can work more harder on this. This is not who I am. This mark does not define me. So I feel like they should reduce the number of tests and quizzes that we have. Even though they're a great way to practice, they still disencourage lots of people.
Hmm, interesting. What I would change is probably school starting time. I just wish it started later so all us students wouldn't be tired going to school as zombies, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that many the students will work better if the school starts late. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that one too.
Actually, Jessica, you brought up something quite interesting. So, in regards to like the whole testing system and how it can bring like a lot of stress to some students, have you ever gotten stressed about your schoolwork, or and if you have, how did you de-stress?
Oh, many times. I've been stressed over my work many times. I feel that the best way I de-stress is just by taking a nap or maybe reading a book. It helps me like just calm down, and then I get back to work again. Of course, it is stressful because I feel as a way I feel I blame myself because again I procrastinate, and that procrastination leads me to stress. And after that, I get my work done. I see that's the thing. If I'm like that procrastinator that doesn't like procrastinating, but I know I can get my work done. So that's one thing that I have trouble in. And just all in all, like changing the whole, just changing the environment.
I think that's a great tip, actually. It's always good to like change your environment and like get a new perspective. Sometimes we're stuck in the same old rut and patterns, and maybe it's just time for something a change, like you said.
Yes. Hmm.
Since you are in so many extracurricular programs, have you decided on a career goal?
Um, since I love science so much, I did kind of I did a little research on forensic scientists. Um, I particularly want to go into maybe some science field like that because, uh, of course, chemistry is involved and like biology. So I enjoy those two subjects. So I feel like, and again, I don't want that 9 to 5 job. I want something extra, something more than that, um, something that can challenge my like perspective, or something that involves me to do like hands on. I don't want a office job sitting at the computer 9 to 5. It's just not my type. So maybe like a forensic scientist.
That's very interesting.
I actually really like that. That sounds pretty cool in my opinion. Let's see. So, how has the pandemic affected your other aspects of your life? So it could be even the school life. I know you did mention a bit about the course load doubling and online classes, but has it affected any other aspect of your life?
Um, well, both. It has affected my life positively and negatively because I got to meet new people because I've been since all these clubs have been online and virtual, and I'm doing extra out of my school clubs as well. So I felt that I felt that I connected with more people online as well, and I've made some very good friends. The other COVID has impacted me negatively as well because I like to go out and have fun with my friends. Maybe like just hang out in the backyard, like in my house. But again, that's not possible since COVID is going on, and I feel like everyone needs to take care of their own health. So that's one way that COVID has impacted me. Not me not meeting my friends or going out anywhere.
Hmm. No, I totally agree. I haven't seen most of my friends in a while either. So I guess the best we can hope is for Corona to pretty much
Yeah.
disappear by 2021, and maybe we can go back to our normal lifestyles.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
personally, I also really miss my friends. It's really taken a mental toll on my health. But yeah, I hope this pandemic ends soon.
Hmm. So, in general, how are you feeling about this new quad semester schedule that the school has been implementing?
Um, to be really honest, I don't really like it that much. There's one pro, I guess. It's that we do get only two classes, then four classes. But then again, so that it's doubled. The timing is like half. Like it's timing. We get only like maybe two. The teacher introduces an assignment. We only have like maybe 2 to 3 days to do it. And I understand it's not the teacher's fault. I guess it's just the how the setting is. Um,
Hmm.
and the other thing I guess is since the quadmester is happening, um there is like some one class that might be going on online and there's one class that might not be. So if I'm in the class that's not online, if I have a question, it's a little hard for me to like reach out because I might not have the teacher's email, or I don't want to disturb like the teacher because they're teaching another class. So that gets a little hard for me.
I totally agree. In fact, I think that was one of the things we noticed and why we try to make like this platform that we're using something that could help mitigate against this problem. But yeah, it's still something that's a collective effort. We definitely got to try to make sure that we can reach out to people who need help at any time of the day.
Me personally, I actually really like the quadmester schedule, other than the super long class, because I used to be non-semestered, so I would take on 8 classes at once. But now I'm only taking on two, so it's really not that hard.
Hmm. I think you both have the same similarity in that aspect. The reduction of classes, even though it has brought a little bit more of course loads, but still, it's kind of better having classes as opposed to like 4 or 8.
How do you like to study, Jessica?
So basically, I want to when I'm studying, I like to clear my mind of everything and just maybe sit on my desk, like sit on my chair and have the desk in front of me. And I usually I love making notes, especially color coordinated, because it just helps me actually understand what I'm doing. Because I don't like the bland old like lead pencil, like just writing with a pencil. I like to use markers. It just helps me in a way to like, understand. And I like to have like I just like to be organized with my books, and I know where they're placed, so I just get them and get on with my work basically. And when I'm working, I don't procrastinate. When I'm working, I will work until it's finished. So that's one thing I like about my skill, I guess, because I don't like leaving if I'm not done my work.
I'm with you on that one, Jessica, because I also love highlighting too, because I don't want to
Yeah.
miss out on key points.
I see. Okay. Lastly, if there is one thing you could tell those who are not in secondary school right now, so whether they be younger or older, what would you tell them about what being a high schooler is like in recent years, like beyond COVID and everything? Like, what is a typical high school life like in general?
So I know that younger students are very scared of high school. They feel like it's just this new environment where they're gonna get bullied at or maybe made fun of, but it's nothing like that. The first time I went to high school in grade 9, I was terrified. But as soon as I got into those doors, everyone was so welcoming. Everyone was just like, "Hey, do you want help? Your class is here." I went around to people saying hi, and they would answer back, and that's what I thought was really friendly. And that's when I realized that high school is nothing like I've seen on those TV shows or anything like that. It's like way better. It's just a very um, great community to be in.
I love that. I think that was a perfect sum up of what I think high school is too. With that being
Mhm.
said, do you have any last comments or shout outs that you would like to make?
Um, I'm I'm just really happy that I get the opportunity to actually have my education, and I'm really grateful for that. And I would just like to say that my family has supported me all this way, and I'm where I am because of them. And I really love how they appreciate my work and everything. That's just amazing, and it makes me move, like it makes me want to go higher into my education and my life.
I love that. Thank you
It's
so
great to
much
hear.
for joining us.
Thank you so
Um,
much for having me.
yeah, so with that being said, thank you for everyone who is listening up to this point. It has been Jason and Farida who have been hosting the interview, and thank you, Jasika, for joining us for this interview. If you like this, please make sure that you follow our social media and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes.